The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
Now this is a familiar sight, but this, I've decided to make some modifications after installing Windows 2000 on the Dellasaurus last night, because one of the issues I have with working with the Dellasaurus is that it has some technology in it that's very old, that I haven't had to work with in a long time, so I might have gotten a little rusty with things and forgot a few things along the way. One of those being, of course, 64-bit versus 32-bit processors, which I got very much dissed for. Totally got guffawed at for when I tried Windows 8 on this thing. But anyways, we press on. I'm operating in exploded view today, or exploded mode today, because I don't feel like taking the optical drive out of the box every time I want to tweak the optical drive settings. So I've yanked the cables from it and have plugged them back into this drive, which I used last time. However, here's where the old technology becomes a problem. This is old-fashioned ribbon cable technology, and this is a 40 conductor. And this drive, having come out of piano, is jumpered for cable select. Cable select is more of an 80 conductor cable thing for from these old ribbon cables, like what's going to the hard drive. Not so much on 40 conductor. So I'm going to play with the jumper settings. I'm going to jumper this drive as a master and a slave, and see if that helps with any of the compatibility issues. And I also have, in case it may be this drive that's acting up, I've also picked up the other drive from piano that I might try as well. I have some rather outlandish ideas for trying to get this thing running before I start messing around with Plop Bootloader or something like that. And wait, oh, I'm just noticing now. Look at how the motherboard's mounted. Little things of metal that just twist sideways instead of real screws. Reminiscent of, I believe it was Compaq that tried the alternate mounting system and boards were shorting out and stuff like that at some point. Okay, enough of the computer history. Let's mess around with this and see if we can get this thing working. It needs to boot off of DVDs. Otherwise, I have some interesting ideas like Plop Bootloader and stuff to try getting this working another way. First, let's jumper this drive as a master. Hello, Windows 2000 Professional. There's something I haven't seen in a very long time. It's really too bad, too. I mean, Windows 2000 Professional was a perfectly okay Windows OS. It just didn't have the official multimedia support that XP later had. Anyways, I was a little slow on the draw, so to speak, and the thing's booting up now, but we're going to try booting it. First, we'll try... Is that a click from the old Maxter hard drive? Uh-oh. See if we can get this working. Alright, the drive is jumpered. The drive has been jumpered as a master. Let's zoom way in. See MA and then the green thing below it. The drive's been jumpered as a master. Let's close this up and let's see what happens when we restart it. Go, go, gadget Dellasaurus! Spin, you little piece of junk. Wonder if I have to squirt some oil into that little tiny fan. Okay, I see green lights. I see green. I see lights of green, drive of lights, blah, blah, blah. And I got a blinky cursor thingy. Am I going to get anything besides the blinky cursor, though? We are jumpered as a master now, which is what you would have done on the old 40 conductor. Hello, Windows 2000. Vintage, vintage, vintage. Alright, now, to be exhaustive about what we're testing here, let's see what... Ooh, wait, the icon's showing up. Let's try the back path by trying to upgrade from Windows 2000. Clicky click. Yeah. D is not a valid Win32 application. Aww. Drive number 1, jumpered as master with the Linux disk inside that we put the image on last night. Some green lights from the drive. Some spins here and there. Hello, Windows 2000. Same error. This is not looking good. Drive is now jumpered as a slave. Makes no sense whatsoever with how this technology used to work, but what the heck, let's try it. It does boot up pretty quickly when Quick Boot's turned on. I'll give it that. Let's go. Green lights. blinky, blinky. Green lights, blinky, blinky. Green lights, blinky, blinky. A little bit of a spin up. Hello, Windows 2000. Flicker vision! We have a different icon for the CD drive this time. Wait a minute. Hey, I'm in. Let's try the setup. The auto run didn't run, so it's dsetup exe is not a valid Win32 application. Drive 1, jumpered as a slave, this time with the Linux DVD-RW. We'll try Drive 2 just for the heck of it, before we can move on to something bigger and better, so to speak. Green lights, blinkety blinkety. Green lights, blinkety blinkety. Come on, Dellasaurus, you can do it. Green, blink, green. Oh, now it's off. Hello, Windows 2000. Flicker vision. Clickety clickety. Okay, I can go in, but it won't run, right? Not a valid Win32 application. Flicker vision! Okay, let's try the other drive. Drive number 2 with a slightly different top, jumpered as a master. Let's see how this works. Might take some work for this thing to get open. These drives, of course, have belt problems. Open. Yep. Need a paper clip for this one. My folks bought me this big thing of rubber paper clips before I went off to college 15 years ago. I've used the majority of them to poke open optical drives. Okay, drive number 2, jumpered as master. 3, 2, 1, rock and roll, Scooby-Doo. No offense to Bob Rivers fans. Oh, look at that thing. That thing twitched. Oh, wait. Weird noises. Blinkety, blinkety, blinkety. Green lights. I think it's going to do the same thing, to be quite honest. For those of you that are wondering about the Hello, Windows 2000, that's a reference to somebody I used to work with who would always be like, Hello, sir. So, hello, Windows 2000. This is the one that's slightly off balance. Used to make all kinds of noise in the piano PC. Shut up! Shut up! You off-balance piece of crap! That doesn't open half the time. Watch! Oh, now it opens! Clicky clicky! D is not a valid Win32 application. Okay, give me my disk. Try the Linux disk now. Jumpered as master. I don't think this jumpering thing's really gonna do anything. We're probably gonna get a little more radical than this. I'm not even trying anymore. I'm just gonna lean back and use the zoom button to be super lazy. Blinkety blinkety! And the drive. And still got a green light. I'm working on a new project! Hello, Windows 2000. This is getting old. Flicker vision. Not a valid Win32. You know what? I think it's obvious where this is going. This isn't gonna work. Well, there's one more thing that I will be trying in this video before I revert to the more outlandish ways of getting this thing to run Windows 10 technical preview in the next one. We've messed around with jumpers long enough. I've switched back to the quiet drive, set to jumpered as a master with its 40 conductor cable. Before we try anything crazy, let's try one last upgrade backpath to install this with. Windows XP, man! Yeah, let's take this old copy of XP that I no longer have any use for, and let's just load an evaluation copy onto here and see if we can get the disk to work from inside an XP environment. Hello, Windows XP. Well, after a day of saying, hello, Windows 2000, the optical drive is properly registering as DVD-R. So let's see if we can use the upgrade backpath to install this technical preview. Go! It's been a long day. I actually took a nap in the afternoon. I was up rather late last night fiddling around with this stuff, and, well, yeah, I'm quite a ways removed from my old college setup where I would just be like, oh yeah, 3 in the morning, no problem. Okay. Let's see some activity, you piece of junk. Alright, I hear it spinning up. Ah, nice. No auto run? D is not a valid Win32 application. Okay, so that's Windows 2000 and now Windows XP where I'm getting this error message. Okay, let's just try one last thing. Let's bypass it, hit Explore, and go to Setup. I don't know what the story is, but do they really have it where you can't upgrade from Windows XP to Windows 10 with an old XP computer you still have sitting around? Alright. Oh, that's enough fiddling around with this. Let's reassemble the device. And let's get ready to try something a heck of a lot more outlandish when it comes to trying to get this working on here. Now I've got some really wild ideas that I want to try out before I go to, say, something like Plop Bootloader or something along those lines. Or maybe I'll go there first. I don't know. Anyways, round 2 with the Dellasaurus is pretty much over at this point. We're going to have to get a little more creative to get this Windows 10 thing to install on something this old. Once again, Dellasaurus, this isn't over! Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.